Ezekiel 40:41 is a profound and detailed passage of scripture where the prophet Ezekiel receives a vision of a new temple. This vision occurs during the 25th year of Israel's exile, and it serves as a message of hope and restoration for God's people. Here's an overview of these chapters. Ezekiel 40, the vision of the new temple. Introduction to the vision. 40 to 1-4. Ezekiel is taken, in a vision, to a high mountain in the land of Israel. He meets a heavenly being, described as having the appearance of bronze, holding a measuring rod to show him the dimensions of the temple. Ezekiel is instructed to observe and describe everything he sees. Measurements of the temple's outer areas. 40:5-27. The angel measures various parts of the temple's outer court, including its walls, gates, and courtyards. The meticulous details emphasize the precision and holiness of God's design. Inner courtyard and gates. 4:8-7. Ezekiel is shown the inner gates, chambers for priests, and other structures within the temple. These elements symbolize the order and sanctity required in worship. The temple building proper. 40-48-49. Finally, Ezekiel is brought to the entrance of the temple itself, with measurements for its port provided. Ezekiel 41, the inner temple, holy place, and most holy place. 41:1-4. The angel measures the dimensions of the temple's sanctuary, the nave, and the most holy place. These areas are where God's presence is symbolically most concentrated. Walls and side chambers. 41:5-11. Ezekiel observes the walls and side chambers surrounding the temple, which are intricately designed. These chambers likely represent provision and protection for sacred service. Ornamentation and furnishings. 41:12-26. The temple is richly adorned with carvings of cherubim and palm trees, symbolizing life, divine presence, and holiness. The designs reflect the beauty and majesty of God's dwelling. Key themes and reflections. God's glory and presence. This vision of the temple represents the return of God's glory to dwell among His people, signifying restoration and renewed fellowship. Holiness and order. The detailed measurements and intricate design highlight God's holiness and the care required in approaching Him. Hope for restoration. For the exiles, this vision was a promise that God had not abandoned them. His covenant with Israel remained, and He intended to restore them to their land in relationship with Him. This passage ultimately points forward to the ultimate fulfillment of God's presence with His people through Jesus Christ and the eternal temple described in Revelation, where God and His people dwell together forever.